In today's video, I'm going to tell you all about Mo GameCon and the awesome experience that I had that weekend. Let's go. So what we're going to do here is we're going to talk about who I was hanging out with, what Mo GameCon is, what I saw at the convention, and then we're going to end the video showing the pickups that I got from the convention. Even though I had no intention of buying anything, well, that shit went out the window. So as with any convention, at least for me personally, what it's all about is not even the convention itself. What it's all about is meeting, hanging out with, and creating memories with other fellow YouTubers, fellow game collectors, and friends that I've made throughout the years. That is really what it's all about, and that is what I really got to do that weekend at Mo GameCon. So primarily who I was meeting up with and hanging out with is Captain Algebra. So here we have the captain himself.
What's up?
Captain Algebra. Be sure and check out his YouTube channel. Link will be in the description down below. Cap, let my audience know what your piece of life advice is.
Don't keep video games sealed.
There you
Play
go.
them. Okay? They're to be played. Yeah, that's my biggest thing.
Hey, that's a good piece of advice. I could totally get behind that, man. Anything else you want to say to the audience?
This is Captain Algebra signing off.
Love it. Peter from Waves and Games. And here we have Peter from Waves and Games. Be sure and check out his YouTube channel, Waves and Games, which will be in the description down below. Peter, what is your piece of life advice for my audience?
You always need more hand towels.
You always need more handhelds.
Always need more hand towels.
What would your handheld of choice be?
Target, I don't know. Hand towels? The best kind. Oh, you say handheld?
Wait, did you say
I said
handheld?
hand towels, man.
Hand towels. I thought you said handhelds. Okay, yeah.
Okay, let me try that again.
So
No.
hand towels.
You can always use more hand towels.
Okay, why is that? We need some details here.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say.
That's okay, we can fill in the blanks.
It's about intercourse.
Okay, hey, you heard it here, people. Peter from Waves and Games, you need those hand towels for all the intercourse. Peter, is there anything else you want to say to the audience?
Catch you guys in the next wave.
All right, check out Peter from Waves and Games on YouTube, where you will learn all about intercourse and hand towels. Tom and Lacey from Do You Nerd. What's up? We have Do You Nerd. We have Tom and Lacey from Do You Nerd here. Be sure and check out their YouTube channel, Do You Nerd. I'll leave a link to that in the description down below. Guys, give my audience a piece of life advice, just whatever pops out in your head.
Life advice. Anything from you?
Nothing nice.
Hey, it can be mean or naughty.
Sweet nothings, nothing sweet? Is that what it is?
Don't wear boxes with measuring tapes on it.
There
That's
you
what we were
go.
talking about just
Wow.
now.
Wow, there you go.
Yeah.
Play with your toys. Toys are meant to be played with. Get them out and play with them.
What kind of toys are we talking about?
I'm talking about action figures.
Action figures.
Like
Action figures.
Marvel Legends or DC Universe.
Okay.
Well, I think the line is trademarked, so I can't say it exactly, but collect what you overly adore.
We're gonna steal that from him. We have.
Yes,
we have
collect
to steal
what
it
you
from
love.
this
It doesn't matter if you like video games, comics, toys, anything at all. Just collect it. It's fun.
Cobalt blue glass.
Collecting stuff is fun. Opening stuff is fun. That's my advice. Enjoy it.
I love it. I love it. And again, folks, check out Do You Nerd on YouTube. You guys have anything else you want to say?
No.
No, you gotta
that's
say
it.
no. You gotta say your famous Do You Nerd catchphrase. Let's hear
If
it.
we like it.
We nerd it.
Yeah. And Robert and Wes from Gaming Off the Grid. Gaming Off the Grid. Give my audience a piece of life advice. Let's go. Piece of life advice.
Get out of bed
Get out of
early.
bed.
Get out of bed early. Go to bed late. Sleep less. Sleep faster. Get a lot more done. People who get up early, I mean, you got 2-3 hours jump on the world. Even if they're smarter than you, faster than you, better than you, stronger than you, you had a 3-hour jump start. It's gonna take them a while to catch you. Get out of fucking bed.
I like it. What you got, Robert?
Don't sweat the petty things and don't pet the sweaty things.
There you go. You heard it here, folks. Straight from Robert and Wes from Gaming Off the Grid. Be sure and check out their YouTube channel. I'll leave a link to that in the description down below.
Thanks for the tug, bro.
We all shared lodging together at an Airbnb and just had an absolute blast together, playing games, drinking beer, and eating some damn good food. So that first day, which was Friday before the convention, we all met up at the Airbnb. We chilled, we met each other. I got to meet Captain Algebra for the first time. It was also my first time meeting Peter from Waves and Games. Both awesome dudes, and I'm very, very privileged to have been able to meet them and develop a friendship with those guys. But we met, we played some games, and then once everybody got there, we went and ate lunch at this place. I think it was called Cyberg's. After lunch, we went back to the Airbnb, played some more video games, just chilled, had a good time, and then we capped off the evening going to a barcade called Two Plumbers, which, as you can see on the shirt that I'm wearing, I bought one of their work shirts from Two Plumbers. So really, this was my first pickup of the weekend. Awesome shirt. I love shirts like this. Two Plumbers was amazing. Really, really awesome barcade. They had some amazing arcade cabinets. Everything from Super Mario Bros. To NBA Hang Time, Time Crisis 2, House of the Dead. They even had some more modern arcade cabinets. They had a ton of pinball machines. And they also had fantastic beer on tap. And they actually brew their own beer as well, which is pretty awesome. So I got to try the Cherry Bob-omb Cream Ale, which typically I don't really like cherry, but that was a damn good beer. And I also tried a Hefeweizen for the first time in my life. But we just all drank beer, played arcade games, had a lot of fun. I tried several times to beat the Super Mario Bros. Arcade cabinet, but I just couldn't pull it off. That game is really hard to play with a joystick, but I tried at least.
Pants and plumbers and pants and games and arcade games.
Oh, look at this. Filmception. Robert from Gaming Off the Grid getting down on some Mrs. Pac-Man.
Miss Pac-Man. She ain't married.
Are you sexually attracted to Miss Pac-Man?
Yes, that bow tie, dude.
Yeah, man.
He's hot as fuck.
And we got Tom and Lacey from Do You Nerd playing Dig Dug. Yeah. So we had an amazing time at Two Plumbers. It was really fun, but we left there eventually. We went back to the Airbnb and we just played games and drank beer for the rest of the night. We were up till pretty late at night, even though, you know, we wanted to get an early start for the convention the next day, but you know what? It's all good because we had fun, and that's what it's all about. So the next day, we all went to the convention. Now, Robert and Wes from Gaming Off the Grid, they had to go early because they had a table set up at the convention as vendors to sell stuff. Also, forgot to mention, I got to meet Robert and Wes's friend, Newland. Really, really cool guy, really nice guy. We're going to talk more about him in just a little while. So I rode with Tom and Lacey, and I rode with Captain Algebra. We all went to the convention together. Me and Cap, unfortunately, had to wait in line for a little while, but it was fine. We waited in line for about an hour. I wasn't expecting much from this convention because I knew going into it that it's a one-day smaller convention, and it was in a gymnasium at a college. But you know what? I was pleasantly surprised. Not only were there a lot of vendors packed in that convention, but there were a lot of people that attended the convention as well. A hell of a lot more than I thought there was going to be. And this convention had a lot of good stuff, which really, really made my wallet scream because I saw so many things I wanted to buy. So many things. They, of course, had video games, tons of video games across all generations of consoles. They had consoles, controllers, accessories, just about anything video game related you can possibly think of. There were toys all over the place and some really awesome obscure stuff. There was art all over the place. There were even clothes. They had so much good stuff at that convention, but I want to quickly touch on some of the more interesting things that I saw at MoGameCon. Now, obviously, it was very interesting watching Robert and Wes from Gaming Off the Grid sell games. Robert making that money.
Yeah, I do.
Can I get an autograph? Yeah, I'll sign your ball sack.
At their vendor table and seeing them in action, so that was pretty cool to see those guys in action, and I actually bought a few things from them as well. John Riggs had a table set up where he was selling some of his homebrew NES games as well as his cereal magazine. What's up, John Riggs?
Hey, what up, man?
Now, at the table next to John Riggs, I saw something really awesome that honestly, I didn't even know this thing existed. It was a sealed Castlevania Symphony of the Night Tiger Electronic handheld. I had no idea this thing even existed. It was beautiful. He wanted $300 for it. Honestly, if I was rich, I would have bought that thing in a heartbeat because it was freaking awesome. It would be a really amazing display piece because honestly I wouldn't want to open it just because it seems like something that's pretty damn rare, but that was pretty cool to see. There was this table across from John Riggs' table that had a bunch of really high quality, amazing video game posters. And I actually bought some of those that I'm going to show during the pickups. At that same table, they had a actual GameCube sign that lights up, that hangs from a chain, and that thing was in pristine condition. And it worked. Unfortunately, they wanted $1,200 for it, so no way in hell I was going to walk out with that thing, but it was really cool to see, and one day I'm going to own one. Totally random, but for some reason there was a giant elephant standee. I have no idea what the hell that was all about, but it gave me a chuckle. And of course, graded games are all the rage these days, for better or for worse. And there were some graded games at this convention for sale for just absolutely insane prices. Another cool thing I saw is this sealed Power Rangers handheld from a company called Wizard. And I had never seen this thing before. It came with like 3 different games that you actually insert into the handheld, and it was from the original Power Rangers series. And it was pretty interesting. I kind of wish I had bought it because the price wasn't that bad on it. I also saw this really cool Mario Party 100-piece puzzle that had, I don't know what you call this kind of cover, but it's like you turn it and it kind of changes image as you turn it. And it wasn't sealed. He wanted, I think, $10 for it. I almost bought it, but I was worried that maybe it didn't have all the pieces. Sure, I could have sat there and counted all the pieces, but I didn't really feel like it. But I kind of regret it. I kind of wish I had bought that. That would have been a cool piece for the game room. I ran across one vendor that had a bunch of heavy hitter NES games. I'm talking some of the top rare NES games. And one of those games I actually picked up for my buddy Adam, aka RetroBeard, on YouTube and Instagram. I'll leave a link to his stuff in the description down below. He's going for a complete NES set, and there's only like 11 games that he needs. And one of those games is this bad boy right here, Fire and Ice. Look at that beauty. It is in absolute mint condition. I texted Adam. The guy wanted $225 for it, but we talked him down to $200. Adam sent the money to the guy, and I picked Adam up a copy of Fire and Ice. I haven't had a chance to give it to Adam yet, but I'm going to meet him and give it to him because he lives like 2 hours away from me, and I don't feel comfortable shipping it, so I'm actually going to give it to him. But it was very cool to be able to do that for a fellow collector. I wish I was rich enough to just buy it for him outright, but $200 is a lot of money, but now Adam is one step closer to a complete NES collection. Another cool thing I saw that caught my eye were these custom NES consoles where these artists had painted and modified the NES consoles in various cool ways, like The Legend of Zelda and Final Fantasy. Those were really neat, and that's definitely something I would love to have in the game room because that's something that would really catch people's eye when they walk into the game room. I'm a big fan of PVMs. They're some of the best TVs to play retro games on. They're very hard to find. They're very expensive. And I saw one of the coolest PVMs I've ever seen in person at this convention. It was huge, and retro games looked absolutely incredible on it. Now, I don't know if it was for sale or not, but the guy that had it said that he had 2 of those same PVMs new in the box, never opened, which means those things are worth thousands of dollars. I have no idea how he came across those, but that was pretty cool. Also ran across this really cool Super Nintendo kiosk, and it was turned on and you could actually play it. And that thing was beautiful. I would love to have a Super Nintendo kiosk, but I can't even fathom how much those probably sell for, but it was really cool to see that nonetheless. Also, for whatever reason, this really neat Nintendo themed umbrella caught my eye. I mean, I've never owned an umbrella in my life, but if I was ever going to own an umbrella, it would be that one. And the price wasn't too bad on it either. I almost pulled the trigger, but decided not to. Now, the final awesome thing that I saw at MoGameCon was an actual legit authentic copy of Little Samson, and it was in absolute mint condition. And the vendor actually let me hold it and get footage of it. He was selling it for $3,000. And it was absolutely mint. It was near perfection. It was really awesome to see that. I've never seen Little Samson in person, much less held it in my hands. And if only I had $3,000 laying around. If only I was rich. One day I am going to own Little Samson, though. It's kind of a holy grail item for me. Not only because it's rare and expensive, but also because it's an amazing game. So that was Mo GameCon. It was really awesome. You know, we stayed the entire time from open to close because Gaming Off the Grid, they had to be there the entire time since they were a vendor. After the convention, we went back to the Airbnb and we drank some more beer and we played some more games. So we got Gaming Off the Grid and Captain Algebra. They're fixing a drink.
Well, no, Gaming Off the Grid and Robert.
They're fixing to drink a chocolate moon pie stout and do a beer review
is
for the
fire.
RetroWolf88 channel.
Yeah, RetroWolf88's been hyping this beer up for a long ass time. We're gonna be eating some warmed up moon pies and this beer that Robert's about to tell you about.
Naked River Brewing Company moon pie since 1917, the year I was born. This beer is so good. I haven't had it yet.
I'm getting fucking naked.
This is a stout with natural flavors, chocolate moon pie stout.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try this brew, and then we're gonna try a little moon pie. And does this really live up to its name? Cheers, guys! Not the first time we've done a beer review together, so let's get back to the magic.
Okay. Chocolatey flavor.
I like the chocolate.
Yeah.
Very good chocolate.
I feel like once this gets to room temperature, it will be a lot.
Yeah. On the finish, I'm getting some sweetness
Yeah, it's
coming
got that
through.
creamy.
It is.
It's got that
Very
creaminess.
creamy. What's ABV on this? I don't know.
I think it says 2.
2.
No, I'm just kidding. This guy is 8.5.
8.5.
Feel like an
This is
8.5.
an 8.5.
Yeah,
No,
it's pretty.
yeah, I was thinking like 5 or 6.
This
Yep.
is
Nice.
favorite chocolate moon pies.
All right.
It's legit.
Well, let's try an actual chocolate.
Yeah.
pie.
It's a little slimy because it was in the microwave.
That's the way you want it to be slimy.
We gotta cheers this
Cheers
too.
to this, yeah. A little moon pie.
Okay.
It's like a s'mores Pop-Tart.
Yeah, man. That's pretty
That's
much
what it is.
Right?
You know, with the beer.
Holy crap, this is good.
This is good.
They recreated the flavor very well.
Did
This is
I?
good. But this is really good.
Yeah, man.
I don't know
Fucking.
if you could cram this
You gotta
much.
fucking dip it in.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, yeah. That's a good call, dude.
Do
Oh,
it.
yeah, dunk that shit, dude.
Moon pie? More like Dunkaroos.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Okay. I'm gonna say this is a solid 8 out of 10.
I get, yeah,
Pretty good.
8.5 out of 10. I like it.
Okay.
Does the moon pie enhance it?
Yes,
Yeah.
I mean,
very much.
I
so.
can't think of many things in the world.
Better.
Taking a shit,
Yeah.
in the shower,
Yeah.
having sex. But
Wait.
this wouldn't enhance.
Did you say taking a shit
Yeah.
in the shower?
In the shower while having
While
sex.
having sex.
Right.
Add a moon pie to the mix.
Alabama hot pot.
Yeah.
Right here,
Yeah.
It's
baby.
gonna be a big mess to clean up later.
It will be. Yeah, tomorrow morning.
I don't want
Yeah.
to drink this beer without a hot pocket.
All right. I think
Well,
it's
how
pretty
about
damn
that?
good beer. You didn't lead us astray, RetroWolf88.
Very nice.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers, buddy.
You heard it here, folks. Fucking Gaming Off the Grid and Captain Algebra doing a beer review on the chocolate moon pie stout from Naked River Brewing out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, while smashing down a moon pie. We played me, Robert West, and a few other people. We played Red Faction 2 on the GameCube. We played Time Splitters Future Perfect on the GameCube. There was a Nintendo 64 setup. People were playing Conker's Bad Fur Day. People were playing Super Smash Bros. Lacey brought a hacked version of GoldenEye where it swaps all the characters out with characters from Super Mario 64, and in multiplayer mode you can even play maps from Super Mario 64, so that was really cool to see and fun to watch as well. So we just chilled, shot the shit, played some games, drank some beer, and for dinner we ordered 100 White Castle burgers. That's right, folks, 100 White Castle burgers. And between I think there were about 13 of us there. Between the 13 of us, we ate 60 of those White Castle burgers. So we didn't quite make it through all 100, and I'm kind of glad we didn't, because we probably would have just died, honestly. And let me tell you, the next day I regretted eating those White Castle burgers, but damn, they were tasty. They were tasty. So yeah, that was my experience at Mo GameCon. I'm gonna go over the pickups in just a second, but I do want to say once again that for me and a lot of other people that go to these conventions, it isn't even the convention itself that we get excited for. What we get excited for, and the main reason we go, is to be able to hang out, to be able to have a good time, because a lot of these awesome people that I know and have become great friends with, I don't get to see them on a regular basis. really the only time I do get to see them is at conventions and different special events like that. So, you know, it's always just an absolute blast to hang out, play games, drink beer, talk, get to know each other better, and just have a great time and just make memories together. And that is the #1 reason that I go to these conventions. With all that being said, let's get into the pickups, because I got some pretty cool stuff from MoGameCon 2021. So let's do it. Okay, so pickups time. All right, well, let's talk about these things first. So, you know, as most of you know, I have a complete Black Label North American GameCube collection. I don't have all the manuals, but I do have all the games in cases. And so because of that, now at this point, I'm just on the lookout for anything obscure that I can collect for the GameCube. And I came across this at a vendor table, and he actually sold me both of them for $5 total for both. So first, there's this. This is the Nintendo GameCube preview DVD, still in the package, not even been tore open. Now, I did have to put a few pieces of tape on the side because this part was tore, so the disc was coming out. But this is the actual Nintendo GameCube preview DVD in its original packaging, which is really cool. I do have the preview DVD, but I don't have it in this packaging. And I think this maybe came with a Nintendo Power magazine, but I could be wrong about that. Now, along the same lines is this really cool thing that's like a GameCube. You got the front of the GameCube and you got the bottom of the GameCube, and it actually opens up like a GameCube, which is pretty cool. And then you got this little disc here, and it's a preview CD-ROM that has clips from GameCube games and different things about the GameCube, which is pretty cool. So I'm definitely gonna have to pop that in my computer and check it out at some point. Now, I am a big card and board game collector. I love card and board games. And I saw this card game that I'd never heard of at a table. It was sealed, never opened, selling for $8. It's a really good price. It's from the same card game company that made Unstable Unicorns, which I have played, and it was fun. And this game looks pretty fun. So $8, why not? I'll check it out. Now, I don't actually own any Tiger electronic handhelds in my collection, but I ran across one vendor that had a couple of Tiger handhelds that caught my eye. And those Tiger handhelds are Batman, the animated series, and Sonic Spinball. And he was selling them both for $20 a piece, but he ended up selling them to me for $10 a piece. And they are both in fantastic condition. Sonic Spinball works great. Batman, not so much. It has some issues, but they're both very clean and great condition. And at the very least, they're going to make for good display pieces. But I may try to fix Batman at some point. But Sonic Spinball plays fine, and it's actually kind of fun. Now, let's show off these posters real fast. So I bought 2 posters. Now, I have 5 posters here, but I bought 2 of them. It was the end of the day. These posters were $10 a piece. I bought 2 of them, and then the guy gave me 3 more for free simply because they were slightly damaged. But let me show you the 2 that I bought first. So the first one, Paper Mario and the 1,000-Year Door. Look at that beauty. Look at how colorful and glossy that is. Absolutely beautiful. Now, I don't have any wall space, but I am going to mount these on the ceiling. That's about the best thing I can do. And then I got Resident Evil 4 on the GameCube. As many of you know, it's one of my favorite games of all time, so I had to. Now, let me show you the 3 that I got for free that were slightly damaged. So the first one, Super Metroid. Look at that beauty. Gorgeous. And then we got The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker. Beautiful. I know Captain Algebra doesn't like it, and that's fine, because I love it, and it's going on my ceiling. And last but certainly not least, we have Luigi's Mansion. So I got those for free, which was really, really, really awesome. And you know what? They're not even that damaged. All right, now, I was on the lookout for Wii games because I'm trying to fill out my Wii collection a little bit more. I'm trying to find some more obscure Wii titles, some more hidden gem Wii titles. And I found quite a few. Not all of these are obscure, but I did get a few obscure ones. But I'll go ahead and run through these real quick. So we got Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz, Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2, Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. Now here's an obscure one. Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Ocean Commander. Got this for $2. North American Hunting Extravaganza. Probably sucks, but $2. Ninja Reflex. Knight's Journey into Dreams. Medal of Honor Heroes 2. Another obscure game, Kid Adventures Sky Captain, Call of Duty 3, Ben 10 Protector of Earth, and Alone in the Dark. So it was really cool to add some obscure Wii titles and other Wii titles to my collection that are actually good games. Now, the final pickup that I'm going to go over in today's video is the best pickup, honestly, of MoGameCon, and that is the big box version of The Legend of Zelda The Four Swords Adventures for the Nintendo GameCube. Now, I do have this game, but I don't have the big box version. This comes with the game, as well as the link cable all in the box. So it was actually Robert and Wes's friend Newland that was selling this. He gave me a fantastic price on it. I snatched this up right away. I'm going to sell my original copy to recoup some of the money, and this is going into the collection because this thing is extremely rare, and this box is in absolutely fantastic condition, near mint. So Newland, brother, if you're watching this video, thank you again for hooking me up. I really appreciate that. You made a GameCube collector very happy, man. Very happy. So yeah, that's my pickups for MoGameCon. Like I said, I didn't intend on spending any money, but it happened anyways. You know, it's fun. I got some good stuff, and I didn't spend that much money because I'm going to make a lot of my money back on this by selling my original copy. So when it's all said and done, I didn't spend that much. I got a lot of good stuff to add to the collection, so no complaints here. So there you have it, folks. That is all about my experience at MoGameCon 2021. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure and hit that like button. Let me know in the comments down below if you have attended MoGameCon in the past, or if you attended it this year and what your experience was. Also, let me know in the comments down below if you intend on attending it in 2022, because I would love to meet you there next year. As always, folks, stay safe out there, keep playing games and having a good time, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Later.